Feed yards are seeing their 7th consecutive week in the green. According to the Sterling Profit Tracker, cattle feeder profits are exceeding $150 per head for the week ending January 6th. Packers, however, experiencing a dip of $18, but earnings remained above that $130 per head mark. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, the livestock market also saw positive trade at the beginning of the week. Some analysts say that's partly due to winter weather.
I think a lot of this has to do with the weather, which has been detrimental to weight gain and detrimental to the cattle in particular. We've got ice storms that are projected to hit a lot of the plains later this week and into this coming weekend. So I think we do have some kind of a weather market on our hands here to some extent. So that's kind of the story here.
Less weight gain and slower transportation also impacting movements of cattle to markets. Some of that rain and snow finding its way to Michigan. This week at the Lake Odessa Livestock Auction, haulers say the weather has not been ideal.
It's nasty. I've been on the road since 9:30 this morning. I should have been done 2 hours ago. It's just ice, snow, wind, high wind out there. I didn't realize if I got out of that truck how much that wind was blowing.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of cold weather right now, and the farmers don't want to get the cattle out of the barn. They want to keep the warm in their barns instead of opening the doors up right now.
Farmers at the auction say overall the moods match the weather, especially when it comes to cattle prices in the new year.
Price of feeder cattle are low compared to a year ago. Price of fat cattle are at least 30 to 40% less than they were a year ago. And so most of the fat cattle, especially if they're black and white or Holsteins, a lot of the producers are not receiving back what they paid for the feeder cattle when they're finished. So it's a very discouraging market today.
Meanwhile, retail beef prices have fallen nearly 10% since their peak back in July of 2015, and that's likely to continue in 2017. November's all-fresh retail beef price was $5.54 per pound. Economists say falling prices are expected to help move more product. During the fourth quarter of last year, we saw a 6.5% increase in per capita retail beef consumption.
For this year, economists expect an increase in beef production of 3.5% to 4%, leading to an increase in consumption. The increasing supplies of beef this year will continue to push retail beef prices lower. That will be important if the market is to absorb the additional beef coming to market in 2017.
Henderson says lower retail beef prices may not necessarily mean a decline in cattle prices. Those economists say a recent downward adjustment may see just retail beef prices fall in order to better reflect live prices. Was there a consumer drone under the Christmas tree this year at your house? Well, next, we'll tell you about an upgrade that shutterbugs may enjoy.